All right, I'm looking at today's United States geo grid. So we're guessing states, and we have to fill in a state in each of the 9 cells here that matches the column and the row. And we have flag with an animal. Not great at flags. I'm better with US flags than country flags, but I still don't know most of them. Farmland over 60%. Okay, well, being from Iowa, I'm very familiar with states with farmland. Capital is not the most populated city. Okay, well, not Iowa. The capital is the most populated city in Iowa. Rural population, that could be, we could go like Illinois would be good for that one. Rural population over 20%. Okay, not Illinois there. Part of the Lewis and Clark expedition, that could be Illinois right there, has a city with population over 100,000. Okay, well, that could also be Illinois. Interesting. Okay, so Lewis and Clark expedition. Oh man, that went kind of across the north-ish. That go through, I feel like it went through Missouri and maybe clipped Iowa and Nebraska and up through the Dakotas and across to like Washington or Oregon eventually. I'm not sure where it started east. Maybe like Ohio or Kentucky or Maryland or Pennsylvania or Virginia or one of those. I'm not positive. Fly with an animal. Actually, an animal. Okay. Well, Iowa has an animal. We have an eagle on it. I think Illinois does too. I think they're very similar-ish. Wyoming has a buffalo, I believe. California has a bear. I know that. There's a bunch that have like some sort of crest or picture thing, so they probably have some sort of animal in a lot of those. Population. I mean, Iowa would fit here and potentially here. Iowa might work for all of them under the flag with an animal. Actually, Iowa would fit in a lot of places. I would fit here. I think it's part of the Lewis and Clark expedition, so it would fit, yeah, anywhere in the first 2 columns, just not the 3rd column. Okay, Illinois would also work. I think any of these. The rural population is not going to be over 20%, so it would fit in. It would fit down here, and actually the bottom 2 rows it would fit. Illinois. Okay. California. If we're going with flags with animals, California, I think would only fit down here. Wyoming. Was Wyoming part of the Lewis and Clark expedition? I'm not positive. Let's do Iowa here. Or do I want to do Illinois and save Iowa for the farmland column? Because we could do, what I'm thinking is, we could put Iowa here. Yeah, let's do, as I don't know how many other ones have animals, so let's do Iowa in the animal category. Actually, let's start here and do Illinois first. Nice, okay. I mean, California, it's probably not going to be, it's a common, I just don't know how many of them have animals. All right, Iowa. I'm not getting good scores, but at least I'm getting correct answers. All right. For farmland, I mean, any place with farmland over 60% is probably going to be a rural population over 20%, most likely. I don't know. Let's just go with like Kansas. Okay. Part of Lewis and Clark expedition, farmland over 60%. Maybe Montana? Montana? Did they go through Montana? Okay. I'm not getting the good ones, but has a city with population over 100,000. We could do Missouri. Missouri, sure. Why not? Okay. Now, capital is not the most populated city. Rural population, part of the Lewis and Clark expedition. I should have used Wyoming for one of the animal ones. Oh well, okay. Anyways, capital is not the most populated city. It's a large rural population. Nebraska? Nebraska would probably work. Lincoln's the capital. Omaha's got to be the most populated city. As someone from Iowa, I'm fundamentally against, guessing Nebraska and stuff. Not really. Let's go Nebraska. That's pretty good. Nebraska. Legendary. Even better. Okay. So one thing Nebraska's ever been legendary at. Okay. Part of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Capital is not the most okay. I'm wondering about like Oregon or Washington. Did the Lewis and Clark expedition go to both of those? Because I think either one of them would work. I'm going to do Washington. Yes. Okay. Just a rare. All right. Population of 100,000. Capital is not the most populated city. Okay. Well, most places where the capital is not the most populated is probably going to have a most populated city over 100,000. Because it feels unlikely that your capital is going to not be, like, is going to be big enough to be the capital, but not the biggest city. And there's another, like, the biggest city is also under 100,000. I mean, it just, I don't know. So I'm trying to think what would be. I'm tempted to go with Alaska. Because I think Anchorage is going to be the biggest and Juneau's the capital, but I'm not positive on that. Or we could go, let's just go something small. What are people not likely to think of? That's the question. We're not going Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada? Carson City is the capital. Is Las Vegas the biggest, though? I don't know. Las Vegas is bigger, but how many people actually live in Las Vegas? That's the real question. We could go. We did Illinois, because that's Springfield. I'm gonna take a chance and go Alaska. I have one mistake allowed still. There we go, legendary. All right, very nice. Okay, so it must be Anchorage is the most populated, and I know Juneau is the capital. So, all right, well, a couple of legendaries, a bunch of rares and epics, and one common. So, not like a great score, but I didn't have any mistakes, so I'll take that. Let me know if you are from any of these states that I guessed, and maybe which was your best guess, your lowest percentage, and maybe your highest percentage, and which ones you had the same as me. Tell me all the things. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.